Hey, welcome back, guys. So, I'm doing these hosting reviews, just trying to get in the flow of making content, and I'm in transition from migrating hosts right now, so I'm actually trying out a few different web hosting companies. Um, this SMH Hosting has a lifetime deal going on Appsumo right now for $119, and I almost never recommend any lifetime host, and I don't recommend this one either. But this is kind of their deal. I went ahead and gave them a shot because they say they give you 2 gigabytes of RAM. You actually get cPanel, and you're supposed to get this premium support. And this is what's killing the deal for me because I went ahead and bought this a while ago, mainly because it says one website. So it's not like unlimited hosting or anything crazy like that. Like I said, I typically almost never recommend lifetime hosting accounts. Just because the servers tend to be way oversold and they tend to perform not so great. But with these limitations, I was like, okay, I could see this performing like okay. So as long as it's not like, a super premium website that I'm like trying to keep as blazing fast as possible. Like this could, cut my hosting costs down if I could throw one of my WordPress sites onto it. But I went ahead and signed up, and then I just put in this support ticket. I mean, I know how to migrate my stuff, but I just went ahead and was like, hey, can you guys, do you offer migration support included with the hosting account? Because a lot of hosts do, a lot of hosts don't. A lot of hosts will do it, but they'll give you a fee. And I mean, I know, I've worked in web hosting support, so I definitely could do all of the migration myself. I could have migrated this, the site within an hour of making this ticket. But I have other things to do, and I don't want to spend an hour doing a migration if I don't have to. And I'm also just trying to get a feel for the hosting company. So I made this ticket, and as you can see, last updated, it says 3 days ago. But I made this ticket on the 5th, on Saturday. It is now Wednesday morning where I am at. And I have not received any response to this whatsoever. So I think I'm just going to refund the Appsumo deal. Now, I will say, if you, on the Appsumo page, it says if you have any questions, to email David or David or however you pronounce his name. I hope I didn't butcher that. But I haven't done that. So I will give them that. I haven't actually reached out to the email. I'm sure that goes directly to the owner, and the owner is probably on it. But I don't necessarily. I mean, that means this web hosting company is really small, which that's fine too. But they should also be watching the tickets or have some staff watching these tickets. And the other thing I noticed was when I go into knowledge base on the back end, they do have a link to the knowledge base, but there's no knowledge base articles, not even an FAQ. And then they have this download section, which I'm not quite sure what this is. I'm not sure if that's for bonuses or just, I guess, manuals and just files you want to give your clients, I guess. But there's nothing in here either. So if these links are empty, I don't know why they're there. The network status shows that there's no issues. So I mean, that's good. But it really doesn't matter if there's no issues if I, haven't moved my site to the web host. So yeah, that's basically my review of SMH Hosting. It might be an okay deal for people who don't need a whole lot of support, or maybe if you, like I say, reach out to the owner directly via his email. He's probably super responsive, but it doesn't seem like there's a big team, so it really just depends where you're at with things. I definitely think this one, again, for people on a super budget, not in profits, hobbyist sites and stuff, this might be an okay option. But if you ever use a lifetime hosting account, just absolutely make sure that you are taking backups and that you are keeping those backups somewhere besides on the same hosting account, because you never know if the whole account's just going to vanish in the middle of the night one night. I mean, that's the thing with lifetime hosting is they'll go and go and go and go until the company goes under, which hopefully never happens. But if it does, your stuff will just kind of vanish all at once. So just make sure that if you're using SMH or any other lifetime hosting account that you keep some offsite backups, so in the event if they ever do go down, you can just move to another host and it'll be fine. But hopefully, they do well. The I think this is probably gonna, the promotional end. These limits are very sensible, which is why I gave them a shot for lifetime, because like if you're gonna give somebody a lifetime account, you want to limit it to one website. They do limit you to 5 gigabytes of storage, so it's not unlimited storage. They have even a limited number of databases, which is, I think 5 is pretty acceptable too. Like that's enough to have some dev instances, but also, not load it down with a bunch of databases slowing everything down. And you do get unlimited bandwidth, but I mean that's kind of getting cheaper all the time. So, yeah. But yeah, this premium dedicated support, that's what's getting me there, because I put in a ticket and it's been basically like 4 days now. I haven't gotten anything. That's pretty slow. So I'm just gonna refund this and try out another host, so you guys will get another hosting review out of it. So I guess that's a positive. I'll get another video. But until my next hosting review, that's all I've got.